Shadows in the Pines. Almora is a quiet hill town surrounded by pine forests and steep valleys. The people there are used to wild animals, but what happened one winter changed everything. The first attack took place just before sunset. A woman was returning from the forest with a bundle of firewood. The path was familiar, used every day by villagers. Suddenly, something leapt from the pine trees. There was no warning, no time to scream. Her body was found hours later, dragged downhill, hidden under leaves and branches. The bite marks on her neck were deep and precise. A leopard. At first, people believed it was a single, unlucky incident. Leopards lived in these forests and usually avoided humans. Life continued carefully. Then it happened again. A shepherd was attacked at dawn. He survived, but his injuries told a terrifying story. The leopard had followed him silently for several minutes before striking from behind. Fear spread through Almora. Children were stopped from walking alone. Evening prayers ended early. Doors were locked before sunset. At night, villagers heard coughing growls echo through the pine forests. Something was moving closer, watching the paths, learning human routines, waiting for darkness. The leopard of Almora had tasted human blood, and it was not going to stop. After the second attack, Almora changed overnight. People no longer walked the forest paths alone. Shops closed early. Even during daylight, silence followed every step. The leopard was no longer hiding deep in the forest, it was moving closer to human homes. The next victim was a young boy. He was walking along a narrow road at dusk when the leopard struck. Witnesses later said it appeared like a shadow, silent, fast, and precise. The boy was dragged into the bushes before anyone could react. The body was found the next morning. The killing was clean and experienced. This leopard knew exactly where to bite. Panic spread across the hills. Families locked their doors before sunset. Fires were lit outside homes at night. Dogs barked endlessly, sensing movement in the dark. Forest officials placed cages and bait. Hunters waited on tree platforms through freezing nights, but the leopard avoided every trap. It learned human patterns. It attacked where no one expected. Then came the most terrifying moment. A leopard was seen walking through the edge of the town, calm, fearless, in full view of people. It did not run. It did not hide. It had lost its fear of humans. At that moment, Almora understood the truth. This was no longer a wild animal acting by instinct. This was a man-eater, and its hunt was far from over. Almora was no longer a town, it was a prison. After the leopard began walking near homes, fear controlled every decision. Schools shut down. Markets opened only for a few hours. Even armed guards hesitated to patrol alone at night. Then the attacks became bolder. One evening, a man stepped outside his house to check the cattle. The leopard struck within seconds. Neighbors heard a scream, followed by silence. By the time help arrived, the man was already dead, his neck crushed, his body dragged only a few meters away. The leopard was hunting inside the settlement now. Forest officials intensified the operation. More traps were set. Bait was placed near known paths. Hunters stayed awake on machans, fingers on triggers, eyes burning from exhaustion. But the leopard remained invisible. It attacked during fog. It moved when guards changed shifts. It vanished before anyone could react. Villagers claimed they saw its eyes near windows at night, glowing between the pine trees. Mothers kept children close even during the day. Almora waited in terror for the next scream. The final encounter happened before dawn. A guard spotted movement near a forest trail just outside town. The leopard emerged thin, limping, but still dangerous. As it charged, gunshots shattered the silence. The leopard collapsed. When officials examined the body, the truth became clear. Its canine teeth were broken. One leg was badly injured. Age and pain had turned it desperate. Hunting deer was no longer possible. Humans had become easier prey. With the leopard's death, the fear slowly faded. Children returned to school. Fires went out at night. Life cautiously resumed. But even today, elders of Almora warn travelers not to walk alone at dusk. because the pine forests still whisper the story of the leopard that lost its fear and turned a peaceful hill town into a land of shadows. If this story chilled you, like the video, subscribe for more true man-eater stories and real jungle horror. Stay alert and respect the forest.